Welcome to Biography with Plutarch, where we delve into the lives of extraordinary individuals to uncover the essence of their character and the forces that shape their destinies. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Jim Henson, the visionary creator of beloved characters like Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, and Cookie Monster. As we explore the early life of Jim Henson, we find ourselves in the small town of Leland, Mississippi, where he was born on September 24, 1936, amidst the gentle hum of rural America. The Great Depression had just begun to recede, leaving behind a trail of economic uncertainty, and the nation was slowly recovering from its woes. Jim's parents, James Maury Henson and Betty Brown Henson, were a young couple with a strong passion for art, music, and literature. His father, an agronomist, worked for the United States Department of Agriculture, which would eventually lead the family to relocate to various parts of the country, exposing Jim to diverse cultural landscapes and experiences. The Hensons' household was filled with creativity and imagination, where Jim's parents encouraged his early fascination with puppetry and storytelling. His mother, Betty, was an avid seamstress and craftswoman, who would often create intricate puppets and costumes for Jim's entertainment. This nurturing environment fostered Jim's curiosity and artistic expression, laying the groundwork for his future innovative endeavors. As we explore the historical context of Jim's early years, we find ourselves in a post-war era marked by significant technological advancements, including the rise of television as a popular form of entertainment. The likes of Burr Tillstrom, a renowned puppeteer who created the popular television show Kukla, Fran, and Ollie, would later inspire Jim to push the boundaries of this art form. Tillstrom's innovative approach to puppetry, which emphasized the importance of character development and storytelling, resonated deeply with Jim, who would eventually incorporate these principles into his own work. In 1950, Jim enrolled at Northwestern High School in Hyattsville, Maryland, where he continued to develop his artistic skills and began to explore the world of television production. His early experiences in high school, including creating puppets for a local television show, laid the foundation for his future success in the entertainment industry. The seeds of Jim's future success were sown in these formative years, where he developed a passion for puppetry, storytelling, and entertainment. With his unique blend of creativity, curiosity, and determination, Jim is poised to embark on a remarkable journey that will take him from local television stations to the global stage. As we explore the primary achievements of Jim Henson's career, we find ourselves in the vibrant city of New York, where he would eventually establish his renowned production company, the Jim Henson Company. In the early 1950s, Jim began to hone his craft as a puppeteer, creating his own puppets and performing on local television stations. His breakthrough came in 1955 when he landed a spot on the popular Washington, D.C. television show, Sam and Friends, where he would showcase his unique brand of humor and storytelling. This experience not only helped Jim develop his skills as a puppeteer, but also allowed him to experiment with new techniques, such as using foam and fabric to create more expressive puppets. As Jim's career gained momentum, he began to collaborate with other talented individuals, including his future wife, Jane Niebel. Together, they would form a creative partnership that would yield some of the most iconic characters in television history. In 1966, Jim created his first notable character, Rolf the dog, for the NBC show, The Jimmy Dean Show. Rolf's witty banter and charming personality quickly made him a fan favorite, and he became a staple on the program. Jim's work on Sesame Street, which debuted in 1969, marked a significant milestone in his career. His creations, including Big Bird, Cookie Monster, and Oscar the Grouch, would become an integral part of the show's success, teaching children valuable lessons about empathy, kindness, and self-awareness. As Jim once noted, the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said, a philosophy that guided his approach to creating characters that would resonate with audiences of all ages. Throughout the 1970s, Jim continued to push the boundaries of puppetry and storytelling, producing hit shows like The Muppet Show and The Muppet Movie. His innovative use of music, dance, and comedy helped to establish the Muppets as a global phenomenon, captivating audiences with their unique blend of humor and heart. As Frank Oz, Jim's longtime collaborator and performer, recalled, Jim was a master at creating characters that were both funny and poignant, often at the same time. He believed that entertainment could be both fun and educational, and he worked tirelessly to create content that would inspire and uplift his audiences. As Jim once said, "I think there's something about puppets that makes them more accessible, more lovable than human actors," a sentiment that reflects his commitment to using his craft to bring people together. With his unique blend of creativity, curiosity, and determination, Jim Henson left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. As we explore the later life of Jim Henson, we find ourselves in the 1980s, a decade marked by continued innovation and creativity for Jim. In the early 1980s, Jim turned his attention to film, producing and directing The Dark Crystal, 1982, and Labyrinth, 1986, two fantasy classics that showcased his boundless imagination and technical expertise. These films, featuring a mix of puppetry and live-action elements, demonstrated Jim's ability to craft compelling stories for audiences of all ages. As he once noted, "I think the most important thing is to have a sense of wonder, a sense of curiosity, and a sense of adventure," a philosophy that guided his approach to storytelling. Throughout the 1980s, Jim continued to work on various projects, including The Muppet Babies animated series and Little Muppet Monsters, a television show aimed at preschoolers. He also explored new technologies, such as computer-generated imagery, CGI, which he incorporated into his productions. As Frank Oz recalled, Jim was always fascinated by new technology and saw its potential to enhance storytelling. In the late 1980s, Jim began to focus on more personal projects, including the Storyteller series, which featured a puppet storyteller sharing tales from around the world. This project allowed Jim to explore his love of mythology and folklore, and to create content that was both entertaining and educational. Tragically, Jim's life was cut short in 1990 when he passed away at the age of 53 due to complications from a bacterial infection. His death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left a void that could never be filled. As his longtime collaborator, Frank Oz, said, "Jim's passing was a tremendous loss, not just for our company, but for the world." Despite his untimely passing, Jim Henson's legacy continues to inspire and educate audiences around the world. His company, now led by his children, Lisa, Cheryl, Brian, and John, remains a vibrant force in the entertainment industry, producing new content that reflects Jim's values of creativity, curiosity, and kindness. From his early days as a puppeteer to his later years as a filmmaker and entrepreneur, Jim remained true to his artistic vision, always seeking to innovate and inspire. That's all for today's Biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.